Hey, family, friends, fans, and followers. XtremeKareem coming to you live from Bryant Park. Whether you're here in person or logging in from every corner of the internet on my socials, thanks for tuning in. I see you sliding into these Thursday vibes like you slide into my DMs, awkward but determined. Let's make this digital hangout one to remember. On your mark, get ready, get set, here I go. And as you know, I'm always family-friendly, child-safe, never use vulgarity or profanity. I found a parking spot in Manhattan. I'm legally a wizard now. In New York, there are two types of people, the loud and the louder. The MTA should stand for Maybe Tomorrow Arrives. Central Park is where joggers, musicians, and conspiracy theorists unite. You already know. My girlfriend broke up with me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? You already know. New York is probably the only city in the world where you can be awakened by a smell. I thought opening a door for a woman was polite and gentlemanly until she screamed and flew out the airplane. My love life is terrible. The last time I was inside of a woman is when I visited the Statue of Liberty. New Yorkers are proof you can survive on coffee, sarcasm, and poor decisions. In New York, the subway is the only place where silence is punctuated by screams and rat applause. Central Park, where you can run from your problems or nap beside someone else. I asked for directions in New York City and got a 20-minute life story instead. We've all met those people. Only in New York can you be elbowed by a stranger and consider it a greeting. Cab rides in New York City are like a roller coaster with a grumpy operator. We all know those taxi drivers. New Yorkers don't honk, they grunt in Morse code. In New York City, the pigeons are just undercover tourists. Dating in New York means choosing between subway delays or waiting for a date to text you back. A true New Yorker's umbrella is just a suggestion to the rain. Our idea of nature is a tiny tree squeezed between two skyscrapers. XtremeKareem, you already know. Only in New York you will find a sidewalk cafe next to a construction zone. Only in New York, the deli guy knows your life story better than your therapist. In New York, New Yorkers don't jaywalk, they perform crosswalk improv. Forget walking tours, try dodging a street performer and tourist all at the same time. What do you call a polite New Yorker? A tourist. New York is the only place where people rush to work but take 3 hours to decide what to have for lunch. XtremeKareem, you already know. Only in New York does rush hour look like a slow-moving parking lot. The real New York City skyline is rat tails poking out from subway grates. The subway announcement is like a foreign language lesson nobody asked for. New Yorkers don't wait for green lights, they time their dash like Olympic sprinters. Central Park is New York City's therapy room, where we jog, yell, and cry in public. We've all seen those people. Getting a parking ticket in New York City feels like entering a lottery with very bad odds. Try defending that at traffic court. If you hear a New Yorker say, "Excuse me," run, it's about to get crowded. The rats in New York City have seen more drama than daytime television. In New York City, your personal space bubble is just a rumor. Subway delays are just the city's way of testing your patience and your dance moves in tight spaces. The subway is the only place where strangers' handshakes happen accidentally and no one flinches. Ever notice how in the subway, the rat looks more comfortable than you do? The subway announcer's voice is like jazz. Sometimes you catch the tune, sometimes it's just noise. Getting on a crowded train is less of a commute and more like a contact sport. A woman boarded a bus with her baby. As soon as the bus driver saw her, he screamed, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." The woman walked to the back of the bus and told one of the passengers, "The bus driver just insulted me." The passenger responded, "Go up there and give him a piece of your mind, and don't worry, I'll look after your pet monkey for you." Hey, what do you want? This shit's made me millions. What do you want? The New York City subway is the one place where everyone's mood swings faster than the express train. You know you're a New Yorker when you judge your day by how many people didn't bump into you on the subway. One form of free entertainment in New York City is watching tourists try to figure out the subway map. The moment when the subway doors close, just as you reach them, the city's way of saying, "Not today." You realize you live in New York when you hear "next stop, Times Square," and you think to yourself, "Hip, here we go again." In New York, the subway is the only place where being pushed into a stranger becomes a bonding experience. Native New Yorkers don't take the subway to get somewhere, they take it to prove they can survive almost anything. Only in New York you can be late to work because the subway decided it needed a coffee break. You hate those delays, don't you? The best part about Times Square is convincing yourself that the crowd is part of the show. Free entertainment all day. In New York City, even the pigeons have attitudes and better dance moves than most people. You can always identify a New Yorker by how fast they walk and how slow they smile. The true test of love, surviving a weekend blackout in a Manhattan apartment. New Yorkers don't do small talk, they do get to the point or get out. The city's only constant, construction noise and a good excuse to avoid the phone. Pizza slices in New York have more personality than most people I know. An elevator ride in a Manhattan skyscraper is the only place where silence is awkward. New York City weather forecast, humid with a chance of subway drama.